Man.
See, we live now.
Nasty.
What up, Cat?
Big Kev from the Itty.
Dooski, bitch.
Sir.
This motherfucking
Gabbing up. It's a new bitch ass day for you bitch ass bitches, so we about to wake you bitches up. Yo.
What's good with the gang?
What's
Back
going
at
on? Man, this is a crazy pod because there's a lot of shit going on. The end of the world might be here. I ain't gonna lie. It might be the end of the motherfucking world. And they trying to have niggas be cool about this shit.
I feel like I don't think it's the end of the world, but I think it's the end of something. It's the end of something. It's this video I wanna play for y'all. I wanna get y'all opinion on this right quick.
Is right now the governments and their handlers are basically expediting everything. It seems like they have put everything on fast track. And I want people to know that that's a good thing. As much as it seems like it's not, it is a good thing. From the 15 years that I've studied these people and their psychology, they're very methodical, they're very slow in their approach, and they're also very hidden in the background. And when a narcissist loses control over its victims, they begin to actually malfunction. And that executive function basically then starts to go into overdrive and their ego takes over. And this is what's happening right now, is their ego has taken over so bad that they are all over the place. I mean, if we look at the last year, usually they run one narrative for years so that it sticks. But in the last year, they lost the COVID narrative and then they went into World War III. No one paid attention to that. So then they went into global warming. People have stopped paying attention to that as well. So then they tried to go back into the COVID narrative. No one was listening. So now they're going into aliens. It's basically like watching monkeys at a zoo throw feces at each other, hoping one sticks. And the worst part is they're using the exact same tactics. They're calling us names. They're calling us conspiracy theorists. But the thing is, we don't care anymore because we've become so desensitized at being called names that it's like, okay, whatever. Basically, almost a huge portion of the population has lost trust in the government. They have lost trust in the media. So they are losing control. And they know that they have no more steps left on the chessboard to win this game. It is a lost game. So the only thing they have left is to basically create as much chaos as possible. And the only thing that we can do is basically mitigate that chaos and also sit back and laugh at them. Because that is the only way you can get under a narcissist's skin, is to laugh at them, make them look like the joke that they are, and they will malfunction even more, and they will end up making so many mistakes that even the dumbest, most asleep people on this planet are going to start seeing through their garbage. And that is a good thing for us. So I know it seems like chaos right now, and it seems like it's a storm, because it is. But remember, no storms last forever, and there's always sunny days after the.
Yeah, that's about it. What y'all think? What y'all think about what she had to say?
So wait, why is she saying narcissist?
She's basically saying,
I feel what she's saying, but that's two different things, though. You know what I mean? Like,
no, she's giving that attribute to like the elites or the people doing this shit.
That's control everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's using it like as basically their tendencies are the same as what a narcissist would be, I guess, in her view.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think she wrong because I've been waiting for a lot of this shit to happen. But as far as like what she said, like even if you're not woke, I mean you're gonna start seeing it because it's getting so blatant.
Yeah.
I feel like, you feel me, you don't gotta be woke no more to see what's going on.
God.
Like they literally put the movie White Noise on Netflix. I think it came out 2 years ago.
I got the trailer ready too, so when we get into that,
I mean, like that's all you need right there. The Simpsons, the you feel me? The Simpsons, Futurama, Family Guy, all the
Comedy itself as a whole, like all these comedians, is truth in plain sight,
No
bro.
cap. But and
Nah.
I feel like that's a tactic because you laughing at something that's real, so it kind of make it like, nah, it's just a joke. It ain't.
Nah,
like
real shit. For a second, let's just break down what celebrities, like what purpose they really serve, bro. I was just thinking about it, bro. All right, the city girls ain't really like that popular no more. Like, ain't nobody waiting for them to drop. The one girl, a podcaster now. You feel me? They not really shit. Like as far as like their music, you feel me, is going. But what they did, shit, Megan Thee Stallion, we ain't heard from her for real. Besides the Tory Lanez case,
True.
she not popular. But think about when they was in their prime, what message they was pushing. It was the hot girl, city girl shit.
Yep.
They
And it was
came,
during summer. Both of their shits was during summer.
bro. The act up shit. Nah, they was both during summer. Real shit. They came in. They pushed this independent. You feel me? Be your own. Take care of yourself. You feel me? Do what you want as a woman. You feel me? Your image, your innocence don't matter. Living your truth. They done turned all these girls got influenced by their music, turned into, you feel me, undesirable women. Women feel like, you feel me, niggas ain't shit no more. Like we don't really care about them no more. Or we not obsessed over women no more. Nah, it's just y'all allowed these women to come through and influence y'all to be this certain way. Mind you, this is coming off of the Kevin Samuels, you feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? They just came through and influenced these women to, you feel me, be this certain way. Technically, you feel me, like essentially just losing all the values that make them desirable by men. You feel me? And then they did. They don't got nothing to do with the culture no more besides what they did. Right. And how you just said comedians, they use comedians, you feel me? We was just talking about the Jonah Hill shit, you feel me? At the beginning of the movie, they was trying to put in some jokes about Obama and shit. But they use these comedians to tell the truth. You feel me? But put it in a joke. That way we gonna laugh at it. You feel me? That's why Family Guy get to say all the, you feel me, most blatant crazy shit in the world. You feel me? But they get a pass because it's funny and all that. You feel me? But all these celebrities really just serve a purpose, and it's getting clearer and clearer type shit.
True.
No cap.
Especially when you're looking at it from the, because I mean I kind of get what she was trying to say too, is where it's like when you looking at it from the woke perspective, then you see how like, yeah, in a few years, nigga, y'all gonna fuck up, bro, and even the dumbass niggas is gonna know what's up. You know what I mean? Like that's literally what she's kind of trying to say. But it's like, still though, like I don't know if it's about wokeness or what it's really about, because at the end of the day, if you control the masses, it don't matter if 8 or 9 or like 100,000 people woke. You know what I mean? I think that's really what their main goal is.
If they able to keep our minds like occupied with like all the scandal shit, even if we know what's going on, but we too busy talking about it rather than doing something about it, they plan working. You feel me?
Yeah, that's facts.
You feel me? Because it don't, like, I'm sure a lot of people then at least heard the conspiracies around Obama and Michelle Obama. Whether they believe it or not, I'm sure people done heard it.
My brother Kwame, shout out Big Brother, shout out Kwame. This nigga text me. He said, "Word on the street." Can I even say this right now? I don't even know. I'm gonna say it anyway. He said, "Word on the street, Michelle Obama, man."
Bro,
I was like, "I'm big."
Bro, that's the word on the street. It's gonna get to a point where everybody just gonna accept it, like, damn, to where they gonna make a joke about it in our face, and we just gonna accept the shit. You feel me? And like, oh, we knew that shit. We knew.
And not to put the icing on the cake, he was the nigga that legalized it too, though. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, I was just telling this nigga at work that too. That's crazy. He said that.
He came in and legalized all that shit, bro.
Damn. I ain't gonna beat you. You know, it's funny where when the whole like when the rainbows became like the top. You know what I mean? Because it used to be like when Obama came in, we thought like, oh yeah, this is the time for the niggas.
Right.
Obama was like, nope, nigga, this rainbow started it all, bro.
Bro,
That
and
nigga
you know
Skittles,
what's
bro. He the real 6ix9ine, bro. My fault.
nah, real shit. And it's crazy because black people had a better time under Trump, bro.
Right. And they
Bro.
didn't even realize
Hey,
it, though.
niggas don't want to hear
admit
that,
it
bro.
either.
Bro, if you
They
really
don't- they
think
don't wanna
about
hear
it, 2016 and 2018 was crazy years, bro. Obama was gone by the time them years came. You feel me?
Economy
gone.
booming.
Economy busting, blamming. You feel me? We capitalizing, but it's not because of a black president type shit. You feel me? And that's why I really feel like the veil is starting to slip because for real, bro, white people, like the majority of white people, they want to see black people do good. They just don't know how to influence that. So they just go vote for whoever you tell them to vote for.
All right.
And Obama was the one at the time. Biden was the one this time. You feel me? They just gonna do what they told because they don't want to feel racist or seem racist or nothing.
Yeah, bro, I feel you because I feel like at this point in time, most white people like they don't want to be racist because they like with the standards of the society they want to keep up with that shit, so they don't want to feel like. But like when they see like Blueface and them on TV and shit, it's like, damn, y'all niggas like that. It kind of like
And,
man,
and
what's
white
up?
people, they know though. You know what I mean? That's why they know. Like, if I come out here and say this, I'm racist. Let me go get my stepson Barack. You feel me? They don't understand. This nigga 900% white. Like, you know what I mean? He don't even know one nigga, bro. Like, even same thing with Drake. Like, bro, these niggas is puppet masters because they know, like, all right, we can get our agenda through these niggas, but we don't. It's not white. You know what I mean? Because now it's not racist. You get what I'm saying? Now it's Drake.
Bro, the same thing with fucking Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahiggity, bro. I didn't even know he was black till the Super Bowl. I put it on Jesus Christ, bro. I didn't even
His
know he
dad
was
really-
black.
Bro,
His dad like a nigga too. I seen his dad.
bro, his dad is a super nigga. But I never, bro, I've never seen this nigga before he start wearing rings and shit.
But what's funny is even his hair though. Like I see, like, oh, his hair looks kind of black now. Like, how did I never know he was black? Like, Pat Mahomes never looked like a black nigga to me, bro.
Bro,
Like,
they
never.
manufactured this nigga, bro. They manufactured this nigga. They said, "Oh, we got 2 black quarterbacks in the league in the Super Bowl." Like, bro, he really ain't all like that. But if y'all want to say it, then we can. But they always getting people that's not really black to pass off as black.
Exactly. And I ain't gonna beat you. Hurts was better, bro. He scored the first tutty. Like, I mean, the
He
first
scored
tutty got
like
called
5
back, but still, on God, yeah. But like
My nigga was going crazy in
the
that.
rushing yard, I feel like they got hold, bro.
They did get hold. They did get, and that's a separate, and that's why we might have to be giving y'all 2 pods a week.
Yeah.
Because
Stay tuned.
it's a lot of shit that ain't getting spoke on that need to be spoke on. But yeah, we might as well get into what's going on in Ohio, the hometown. You feel me?
All
Like,
right, man, I got this video right here.
Burn, quote, perfect. Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio, agreed with all of this. The people in charge, the railroad's engineers, and the state officials overseeing them had everything under control. So 2 days later, evacuation orders for residents were officially lifted, both in East Palestine and over the border in Pennsylvania. That was last week. In the subsequent days, a lot of people have wondered out loud, was it really a wise decision to light thousands of gallons of vinyl chloride on fire, releasing a World War I era bioweapon into the air over a populated area? Was that a good call? And was it really safe 2 days later for people to go back to their homes? And if it was safe, how do we know that? Is anyone in charge actually monitoring with any accuracy the level of deadly chemicals in the air, ground, and water in and around East Palestine? Well, no, apparently nobody is. And that's highly upsetting when you think about it. Talk about a failure at all levels. The first duty of government is to protect its citizens. So it's bad. And it's very bad news for reckless politicians like Josh Shapiro and Mike DeWine, who may have helped make this disaster much worse. So tonight, both DeWine and Shapiro are desperately trying to revise their previous statements about the so-called controlled burn. Both have now decided that the toxic mushroom cloud over East Palestine, the one they signed off on and endorsed on television, was actually a bad thing. It didn't go as planned. It wasn't perfect. And both governors have now identified the villain here, not as themselves, no, of course not, but as the railroad, Norfolk Southern. Both are considering lawsuits against the company. In an act of amazingly brazen butt covering, Josh Shapiro even wrote a letter to the White House and the Transportation Department, claiming that Norfolk Southern was, quote, unwilling to explore or articulate alternative courses of action to their proposed vent and burn. It was very obvious, he says, that there was probably a, quote, safer overall approach for first responders, residents, and the environment. That was very obvious. He just never said anything about it. It's remarkable. And for the record, we are not defending Norfolk Southern here. We're only pointing out that Norfolk Southern had the strong endorsement of Josh Shapiro and Mike DeWine when it set those chemicals on fire and caused the mushroom cloud. And by the way, the Biden administration endorsed it too. According to Pete Buttigieg, Biden officials were on the scene. Yet somehow they never said a word about the mushroom cloud until pictures of it evoked outrage on social media. And of course they didn't. They didn't even notice. It had nothing to do with equity or climate change. East Palestine is a poor white town that voted for Trump. So honestly, who cares? No one in the Biden administration did care. And that's an atrocity. The people whose indifference made it possible should lose their jobs, beginning with Pete Buttigieg and extending to Governors Josh Shapiro and Mike DeWine. They didn't care, and they got caught not caring.
All right, before we get into it, I want to play this trailer because that shit is crazy. How and you said this was shot in Palestine,
in East Palestine, Ohio.
This is crazy. Let me play this.
Jack, wake up! We have to leave. 5 more minutes. No more minutes.
Okay, roll film.
That stuff causes cancer in laboratory animals, in case you didn't know.
Either I chew gum or I smoke.
What are these children, yours?
That's mine from wives 1 and 3. There's Babette's from husband 2. Wilder is ours. We're each other's 4th.
Life is good, Jack. I hope it lasts forever.
Let's watch a sitcom or something.
No! They're calling it the airborne toxic event.
It won't come this way.
Will we have to leave our home?
Of course not.
How do you know?
I just know.
Okay, what if it's dangerous?
Evacuate all places of residence.
We have a situation. All we have to do is stay out of the way.
They're passing us, Dad.
Technically, that's illegal.
I think we see everything we needed to see.
Bro,
That was really,
That's crazy, bro.
2022, y'all see where it said 2022.
Yep, I see.
but that was really shot in East Palestine.
Bro, yes,
Not
I looked
only
up
that-
an article that shit said something about they're living through the script wrote that they helped shoot or some shit. I'm like,
Nah, real shit. It's people that was like in that movie that's also living in East Palestine that's going through the shit in real life.
that's crazy. That's no coincidence. You can't tell me that's a
Bro,
coincidence.
I ain't gonna lie. To the people that acted in the movie, right? And still was living out there to see that event take place. I'm not saying y'all wild or y'all fried because y'all probably wasn't expecting.
They would have never expected that.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn. I know you got to be sitting there. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I would sue somebody. You feel me? Like, I would have to attack somebody, bro. Like, y'all just got me. Y'all just had me play a movie so y'all can make money off of some shit that y'all knew was about to happen. And people still sitting here, you feel me, ready to go vote, ready to go, you feel me, live blue, wave a flag, American flag. Like, this shit crazy, bro.
And when it happened, niggas go watch the movie and be like, hold up, let me watch the movie. You know what I mean? To see what they did in the movie. Like, no, nigga.
Bro, that's people's immediate reaction. Not let's help Ohio, not let's gather around East Palestine, which is also when you enter East Palestine, the first thing you see is that Freemasonic symbol. sitting on there, and it say, you feel me, it got the G in the middle, and it say what, you feel me, who is the law of the land out there, you feel me?
I didn't even
And
know.
Palestine, everyone niggas know that's a Middle Eastern country or continent or
Yeah.
country anyway.
That's the first thing I thought. I didn't even know East Palestine, Ohio was a thing.
I ain't know East Palestine, Ohio existed, bro.
Okay.
I couldn't tell if they was north, south, east, or west of me.
I can't tell you if it still
Oh,
exists
God.
right now. It might not even be a real place.
Never
Where they
heard.
at? Y'all niggas by Canton, Cleveland, Cincinnati.
God.
Where, nigga? Like,
Bro, so real shit, do you think that it's places in America that's unoccupied? Because you already got places like Alaska and like Area 51, you feel me, like in Nevada, you feel me, Wyoming. Like, it's places in America that don't nobody be at, and they getting their shit off, bro. Bro, one of them little alien balloons came down and was sitting looking over Alaska before they shot it down. You feel me? That's like the fourth balloon. You feel me? Because they don't know what they calling them unidentified objects now. But that's like the fourth one in a week. You feel me? I don't know who it is. We can't blame it on China at this point. You feel me? But it's like it's a lot more than that, than what's being. A lot of these places, regular folks can't even go there. You feel me? If we was to go to East Palestine, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get stopped some point before the.
Oh, God.
Like, hold on, who is you? We need your social. Where you headed? You feel me? We got eyes on this man. Yeah, a lot of this shit, bro. I don't know. Like,
And
I
they
feel like we.
saying- I was gonna say they saying like that shit in the Ohio River. So if that shit really is a place, and for me, it's affecting all of Ohio.
Yeah, that's all I heard too.
I do think it's a place. I think it's just a controlled place where the population is controlled severely.
definitely.
Yeah.
Especially y'all out there making movies out there. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, why they make a movie?
Out of all places,
and y'all Freemason connected with. Come on now.
bro.
Like,
And if you look it up, bro, it's hundreds and probably thousands of Masonic lodges in Ohio. You feel
I'll
me?
be seeing the signs.
Yeah, I was about to say, we was talking about something that we just be seeing, like driving down the street, like you didn't even realize that was a lodge type
no
shit.
cap. Till you really looked at it and seen the G and shit. Bro, I seen one. It literally has the motherfucking upside down pentagram on that bitch. I was like, God damn.
That's what they got when you enter East Palestine, Ohio. You see that with the G in the middle, bro. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. It ain't no welcome to East Palestine. It's that with the East Palestine underneath it, like, and that's all it say.
Hell no.
Bro, that shit is crazy nowadays, bro. We lost one of the Musketeers, man. We lost one of them. But nah, I think the shit just getting a little too blatant, bro.
With shit like that, bro. Nah, yeah, it's definitely. But the thing is, the question is, are they messing up or do they want you to figure out? You get what I'm saying? That be the question.
I feel like they want to. They want
Yeah,
to, like,
they
people,
want to,
yeah.
bro. Cause what are niggas gonna do about it besides, like you said, Kev, go watch the movie and see what you feel me? Like, niggas is not about to do nothing for real about this. Like,
oh God,
bro, we passed the point of activism, bro. They got niggas lazy. You feel me? They got niggas smoking weed. They got niggas popping 1,000 perks. Like, think about the shit that's become normal, bro.
Nah, I feel you. And niggas don't know how to purify the air. Like, and people be thinking, why should I know that? Nigga, they know how to poison the air. You know what I mean? Like,
oh God.
They know how to poison the air. Why wouldn't they know how to poison your food and your water and your lean and your weed and your pills? You feel me? It's just getting easier and easier to control niggas, bro. And they've been able to control niggas through that shit.
and, bro, you know something? We probably won't get canceled, bro. But like, all these niggas that I'm seeing willingly be gay, I'm like, there's no fucking way it's this many gays, bro. And
Hey, nah, time out. Because I'm glad he said that. And shout out to y'all, bro. Live your way of life. It don't have to be superimposed the way it is. And that's why you feel me, what you said about Obama is crazy. Because now it's like, I'm not so sure that the niggas that run the Grammys, that run the NFL, like all these commissioners and these chairmen, these niggas might be LGBTQ, bro. I never seen so much gay shit at the Grammys as I seen at the last Grammys, bro. This shit like came with a rainbow on the side, bro. Y'all ever heard of Sam Smith?
Oh,
That
hell
sounds familiar.
Stay with me,
Bro. Yeah. He got that. Now I got you in my space.
Oh yeah, that shit too,
bro. He used to be a great singer, bro. Now the nigga just phenomenally gay. You feel me? Like he outstandingly gay. The nigga
Hey.
wearing, the
Go
nigga
ahead, go
going. What you said?
Nah, go ahead.
Bro, he going to the 1000th degree. Like how the city girls was pushing that, you feel me, be a whole shit.
Yeah.
He pushing that gay shit like extremely though. Like I don't even think you can be that gay, bro. Bro, and I ain't gonna lie, if you look it up on the internet right now, Lil Nas X he did an interview where he said, because let's not forget, this nigga won a VMA like 3-4 years ago. He said, I'm thankful for the gay agenda. That's what he said. This was like 3-4 years ago. He did an interview recently, and they was like, mind you, he another one of them people like the city girls. Like, he just came,
And
pushed
left.
the agenda, fell off low-key. You feel
Right.
me? Like, it was real quick, in and out. He did an interview recently. He was like, oh, yeah, when I said I'm thankful to the gay agenda, I was talking about the elites plan to emasculate men. But the nigga just said everything that all the conspiracy theorists been saying. He said it plain as day. Like, oh, yeah, we've been doing that. And it's on, you can find it. You feel me? Easy. Like anybody watching this, go find the shit. Go look it up. You feel me? Lil Nas X explains the gay agenda.
Have y'all
The
seen that the Rihanna cover, the Vogue cover?
Ooh, I
heard some
seen
stuff. Are you seen it?
Yeah.
What you think? Because what they saying is like they trying to push the agenda, like they want the woman to be leading. What you
Yeah.
think?
It was her and Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was her.
And
and
she was
Rocky.
like son of them type shit.
Yeah.
This nigga was in the back, he babysitting. She in the front, you
Pulling.
feel me, mean mugging, looking for another nigga.
Like
Like it was a lot of shit. If you
Hey,
could draw them conclusions from it.
Y'all trying to react to this video? I ain't watch it yet, but he basically talk about that.
Let me say this once though, just before I peeped what the Super Bowl did. You feel me? They know niggas was gonna watch the Super Bowl already, but they got the girls to watch that shit.
Yeah.
I heard was performing. Something I did want to point out, bro. This nigga Kanye West was doing live performances. I think he was in Atlanta. And the nigga he was dressed in all red. He had a rhinestone red mask on. Rihanna kind of looked like she was like copying that shit. Like she was trying to look just like him. Like she dressed up in all red. She was doing a bunch of songs that
with
was
the Kanye,
yeah. So I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. The performance itself was kind of trash though. Shout out to Rihanna.
I fell asleep. I was slumped.
I ain't
gonna
gonna
cap.
watch it.
Not because of her, but
yeah,
I was just a slumped nigga. But I heard it like wow, because I'm a active sleeping ass nigga. So I heard her playing hella Kanye songs. Live Your Life. Or no.
Yeah, now the set list was crazy. She
she
got bangers for days, but the performance was like, you feel me?
You know they have more views during the halftime show than the whole game.
Damn.
Yep.
And what's
That's
crazy is
crazy.
after that they did some cheap shit and let the Chiefs win, bro. I don't think the Chiefs should have won that game. I mean, I didn't watch the second half, but like from what I watched the first half, went to sleep. They was up and it looked like they was unanimous to win that game. I don't know how, but
I had money on the Chiefs, but I definitely think the Eagles was supposed to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think because a fake NFL script came out that said the score was 37-34, Eagles won, which was crazy because the Chiefs end up winning 38-35.
Right.
You feel me? So they damn near just flipped the script and made the opposite team win. You feel me? But
you know something that's so funny too? I was like, you know what? All this 38 shit going on with Bron and shit. I was like, let me bet the score 38. I had to score 38-30. But I had Eagles though.
Wow, that's crazy.
Damn.
That would have been crazy, yeah. But what you was about to say, Beyond?
All right, look. For me, we can pause it whenever. It might some ass might pop up too, cause.
Happy Saturday to you and yours. You're well into your weekend. Hope you're enjoying it. We got a little special edition, weekend edition of Fearless. Joining me today will be our main man, Morpheus, Royce White, the deepest man on the show. Royce has started his own podcast called Please Call Me Crazy. And so I wanted to bring Royce on. One, there's an issue that I want to talk about that I think is related to the importance of Royce's show. And so I want to combine talking about that issue with telling you and promoting Royce's show and telling you guys how to access it. Royce, thanks for joining me on this Saturday. Appreciate it. And let me just explain to Royce why I want to talk about the Vogue magazine cover that shows Rihanna on the cover, basically leading her baby daddy, A$AP Rocky,
hell no.
and their baby.
This is y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck is this?
What you think? What you think?
Bro, that's gay as fuck.
That's an agenda. That's what it is.
Hell no. He crazy as fuck for letting this shit go. He crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I never felt like A$AP Rocky and Rihanna was a real couple to begin with. It seemed like some forced shit to begin with. You feel me? He's
not
always
more what the people want to see.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's what
Bro.
the people want to see.
Bro, and he's always been that I'm a fashion killer. You feel me? Like he always been like a fashionista type nigga to where he crossed the line a little bit. You feel me? And I think it was just like the perfect nigga to, you feel me? Are we gonna put him with Rihanna? You feel me? Rihanna get this much attention. I don't know, bro. They find ways, bro.
Nah,
that's what I'm saying. They use these
and like
celebrities.
not even on no like pocket watching shit, but I know he's not even close to a billion, right?
No,
she's worth $1 billion.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Niggas that like his cult fan base, because I used to be a part of like, he used to be one of my favorite rappers. He ain't dropped some shit I liked in years.
A long time.
But the last shit he was the new Chopper with him and Cardi. That was the last time I fucked with some shit he did.
Like the nigga dropped some shit called Testing. It was like some robot music or something. I don't know what the fuck he did. But I ain't liked his shit in forever, bro. So I don't even know like his gimmicks, like his shit outside of music is what's keeping the nigga relevant. You feel me? But even like think about how he came up. It was him and Tyler the Creator. They was grimy, gritty. You feel me? Bro, Tyler the Creator was eating snails and locusts and shit.
Oh, bro, I swear.
Gay. Bro, just out of nowhere gay. You feel me? Now he the hottest
to the third degree too, though. Like,
bro, gayer than you. He's saying shit like if you all right, I understand you gay, but you saying this though, like it be seeming like niggas is just going a little too far, bro, and
that's
it's
what
not.
I'm saying. Because like I remember when he came out, he was like, I always like to kiss little white boys or something. Like you remember that? He came out on some weird shit. Like, is you trolling or is you really like? I thought he was trolling. Everyone they made it real type shit. The blogs and all that.
Yeah, I seen a. So is A$AP Rocky is another one of them rappers that they had him pushing agenda. You feel me? On some just pushing the line, pushing the needle shit. What men can get away with, what masculine shit is. You feel me? You notice all the rappers is wearing nail polish and shit. I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of them niggas. You feel me?
Nah, his fan base is a little zesty. I ain't gonna beat you though. I rock with him though because like I fuck with the style and shit. I ain't gonna beat you. That's not.
Yeah,
but his
hard.
fan base do be a little zesty though with it.
Yeah, and I used to be a huge fan of A$AP Rocky, his fashion and his music. You feel me? But it was like sometime after 2014-15, he stopped being, you feel me, relevant to me.
It was like after Travis Scott came up, he became that nigga, bro. Like we just
no, bro. Like nigga just became the new A$AP. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So I don't know, bro. The cover itself, you feel me? You can argue that that's how they be trying to pose shit, but they had to program niggas to get to a point where something like this is like acceptable. I feel
Right.
like,
Because why couldn't it just been the family? You know what I mean? Like, why they had to do it like this? You know what I mean? You know what you're trying to do,
bro. And not only that, but she just had a baby in May. I think that was like 9 months ago, damn near, bro. So she just had a baby in May, out of nowhere. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now they out of nowhere, they engaged and shit. Bro, they got together out of nowhere. Like this whole shit just
out of nowhere.
Bro, y'all on your second baby now, bro. They timeline like a year long.
These celebrities be moving kind of when they do this shit. They do it quick. Like Cardi and whatever Migo. Like that shit was quick.
Bro, the JT and Lil Uzi, like a lot of these couples don't even seem like they real.
Right. Even the Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner, bro.
Yeah.
That was literally the same exact shit where she was worth the bill and he was like the little nigga.
Say pushing that agenda. I'm gonna get back into the video though.
You know, it's to me, and they use the word reborn, Rihanna, everything changes. And so I think the religious symbolism is important and is intentional. And, you know, as Christians, as believers, we talk about being reborn in Christ. And I feel like they're trying to send a message about being reborn in this divine feminine energy. But the reason why I think this is important, and Royce, you can, I want to talk about the cover, but also want to talk about your show. You can tell me if I have the wrong take on your show, but what I see in you, Royce, and this is not a vision where I see Royce as the perfect person, because you're not, you're a fallen man, just like me and everybody else listening to this. But I think you have a chance to tell a story through your own life and the mistakes you've made and the issues you've dealt with, that you can be an example to young men about the natural order, about healthy male masculinity, about being a leader as a man. That's what I'm hoping your show is going to represent. That's what I think you have an opportunity to represent. I've told you off air, and I may have even said it on air. It's like I see Royce as the next Kevin Samuels, and reach young men, hoping when you figure this show completely out.
To reach younger people, Samuels and Andrew Tate and some of the.
That's where I'm hoping the lane is and how you're seen.
Well, I hope so. Those are two very powerful names in Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate and some of the other people who have been able to get a younger audience and be able to reach younger people. You know, our younger people in this country and around the world are the future and the destiny of our nation and of our society is in young people's hands. And we're at a pivotal moment. So I would really love to be able to reach young people. I think my show is definitely to try and convey through my own personal experience the things that I've been through, the pitfalls and things that I've seen, the curtains that I've seen behind, and this sort of impulse for mainstream media to call people crazy who have ideas.
What'd he say?
He said y'all not letting Rihanna hold your hand like that.
Said not why she pulling me.
I was about to say I ain't gonna beat you. Even if you is worth a billion, you Rihanna, it's like dignity gotta play a part in some. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you gotta have respect for yourself.
It's all imagery, bro. It's like I feel like they play to our subconscious. They play on to levels that we not really aware of.
Exactly.
And then like over time, it come forward type shit.
That's why it's like a lot of programming to get you to a point where you don't react to that consciously. You feel me? You soak it in subconsciously because you don't have no problem with it, but that's based off of what you've been conditioned to accept type shit.
Right.
You feel me? Because in 2005 or 2004, a image like this would probably look crazy to a lot more people than just us.
Right. I'm gonna skip ahead.
That
a
are
little
completely
bit.
rational and logical, and trying to reconnect. Rumble has some trouble handling their feature against every Friday. Today we're actually doing our first guest, on Friday.
What have you learned about?
Take Final Cut Pro to the next.
Hey, that's what that.
That's a good ass question, though, Peasy. Shout out to Peasy.
Hell yeah.
Oh God.
And perhaps yourself, just 2 weeks in.
Well, I mean, I've learned there's so many different ways you could do a podcast. The way we've chosen it, and I hope that we continue to have that success. Interviews and trying to figure out what I want as an interviewee.
Rihanna's worth all this money. She's worth more than every opportunity. Popular culture, popular influencers seem to be sending out the message. The black man. I want to talk about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky and the cover of Vogue magazine. It to me, it gets at where we're at in this culture. At every opportunity, popular culture, popular influencers seem to be sending out the message. The black man takes a backseat to the black woman. Am I just being overly paranoid, or is the fact Rihanna's worth all this money? She's worth more than A$AP Rocky. He's playing the position he should be playing.
Well, there's a problem with it. I mean, look, the overall culture of Black America is, and I've said this before, and this is much of what your show has tried to highlight, and I think it's one of the most important things that we need to discuss in American culture and politics, because the circumstance of Black America is much greater than your average Black community or what's going on between A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. This cultural narrative about Black people, about Black America, is the railhead, it's the cornerstone of a global agenda. And we've said it before, but it's worth being reiterated. There is a global narrative that came after World War II, and the Jewish identity and the Black identity are central to it. And within the Black identity, or within the Black cultural narrative, women being the head is advantageous for authoritarianism, for totalitarianism, for state surveillance, for a sort of authoritarian dictatorship, a neo-authoritarian dictatorship. And how? Well, yeah, Rihanna may have enough money to support, A$AP Rocky or her family or whatever crew she has around her, and money may not be an issue to them. But the idea that women should lead ultimately is the gateway for the Black identity and freedom to be inextricably linked to the expansion of government. And I know that sounds like a mouthful, but in short, what we're saying is that, or what I'm saying and what many people in this nationalist populist movement are saying is that if women are going to be tied to the expansion of government, then by way of all men are going to be held hostage to a sort of feminine or a feminized version of culture and society. And not just Black women, but Black women first and foremost, because the welfare project and the welfare state rest upon their cultural identity. So yeah, I mean, this whole narrative that's being driven on every ad and every new blockbuster movie that comes out, on the cover of Vogue magazine, you pick a place, doesn't matter, pick a place. The narrative is very succinct. It's very consistent. It's that men should move to the background and let women lead. And that we'll all be safer, or we'll all have more peace if women are allowed to lead. But we see everything but.
I got to be careful how I express this, because I'm referencing two women I absolutely love and adore. And so I don't want to out them, but I'm just going to frame it that way. Two women that I've known virtually my entire life, and the other one I've known the last 20, 25 years, very successful, very educated, very accomplished. Both of them in marriages, and I know both husbands well. One of the husbands is like a brother to me, and so. And the other is, well, I don't want to out anybody. I was about to say something that it would out. But I had one woman tell me that I'm over there for dinner and her husband's there. And she basically just said, if he would, because there's some tension in their relationship, obvious tension, issues. And she says it out in front of him, if he would just be a Stedman, I could carry us, blah, blah, blah. And I told her, I was like, hey, that's the equivalent. I said it out in front of everybody, him, her. I was like, you said that, you know how he hears that? He hears that like, if he just bend over and let me shove this broomstick up his rear end, things would be better. I go, that's how that sounds to him. This is crazy. And then another woman, her and her husband were here in Nashville, and we were out to dinner and we were talking about this whole leadership dynamic, and she just told me like, look, right now, we black women, we got this. Y'all gotta just kick back and let us handle this. We got this. And so there's a real mindset among educated black women who've had career success. They have convinced themselves they're all Oprah Winfrey, and if we would just fall back, they got this. And it's almost like y'all blew it, we got this. And there's almost no reasoning with them.
No, this is absolutely absurd. This part of the narrative,
What y'all think? Would y'all say that woman is kind of like?
I think he made a good point at the end, bro, because when you think about it, bro, for men, let's just say black men, we still got the same opportunities we always had, which really ain't shit. You feel me? Go work somewhere at a warehouse, go to school, or be talented. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Women in general, but you feel me? Especially black women got more lanes than they had, and they already was gifted. You feel me? The government assistance. You feel me? That shit was made for black women. So it's more and more shit. The OnlyFans shit is only helping women become more independent than they were. You feel me? So you got these things like OnlyFans. You feel me? You can't really slut shame no more. So women is freely stripping and being exotic dancers without feeling, you feel me, like they doing nothing wrong.
Right.
Sex work is at an all-time high. You feel me? Like you could do sex work and not even be shamed for or be labeled as a sex worker no more. You feel me? Like, so with all this shit, you feel me, at its peak, women got so many avenues to make money off of men. You feel me? To the point where they about to sit there and be, all right, let us take care of it. We gonna, you feel me, secure it. But you feel me? So it's so many ways for women to become independent that I do think we headed to a point where women feel like they're gonna be able to say, you know what,
we about to run this.
Yeah, let us take charge. You feel me?
But
and I do think that's dangerous.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. That's like hurting them more than it's really helping them.
I think that's dangerous.
Just because how they operate, like, you feel me? Like, it's from like an emotional standpoint. It's not really too logical.
Right.
You know what else is dangerous about that, bro? To me, so if they trying to take the place of men, you feel me, and be the masculine ones, be the providers, you feel me, then that only leave the door open for the transgenders to take the women's place. You feel me? So now they not
right.
They not
because that's they starting five right there. Like they finna put all trannies like, oh, nah, they don't even realize like, nah, I ain't helping y'all. You know what I mean? Like, that's Jamal. You feel me? That's not,
bro. And they all trying to get men out of here. Like the women and the transgenders, they support each other. The women is the reason that the LGBT community like thrive, and you can't really say nothing about them because you either a toxic masculinity or homophobic or some of that, if as a man you criticize that community, so you can't criticize that community, but the women on the other hand is like, nah, they real women, and you feel me, protect the transgender rights because they just, you feel me, like it's
I feel like that's their issue though. It's reality. You know what I'm saying? Because anyone can say they can lead and all this and that, but the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? If we go to war, that would be that's what I feel like is next for this. Like they're gonna fuck up, bro, and then we're just gonna have to show them that y'all gotta submit. Like it's like this for a reason. You feel me? Like I'm being for real though. Like that's really how it's gonna be. I feel like.
I think it's just all like because at the end of the day, bro, it ain't never been a time where men ain't needed women and women ain't needed men.
Right.
So as long as we sit here comparing ourselves and are we equal or
bro, and it's like it's like a whole war between the two genders, bro. It's like you got the red pill shit where them niggas kind of low key hating women, and then you got women. It's like the dynamic is fucked up. It's like women trying to lead. Well, this is what I feel like they want. They want stronger women, like quote unquote, and then weaker men. And it just fucking the whole dynamic up. And where that lead, I don't know.
Right. Because the only way that's going to stay is if with mind control. That's the only way. You get what I'm saying? Like until niggas start realizing I'm the better species, I'm the bigger species, I'm just going to beat your ass. Yeah. Then you get what I'm saying? Like that's the only. Like, that's why I feel like it's dangerous, bro. Y'all can't just say y'all the biggest species, bro. Because you feel me? You don't see lion. You don't see cats out here fucking with lions. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Bro, and that's what's so dangerous because it's like, bro, as long as women, but I ain't gonna lie, as long as women got OnlyFans, they always gonna have a way to get rich, bro. Like niggas, we don't have that, bro. You feel me? Like we ain't got that. Just all right, shit. If I'm beastie enough, I could go make this money right quick, or shit. I'm about to just go. You feel me? Like women could just throw a little sex discount and make a 5 bands in a week. You feel me? Like,
make a killing doing nothing though. Like nigga, we in the coal fields, the coal mines, nigga. What is you talking about? 12-hour shifts. No break.
As long as they don't gotta depend on us like financially, I think it's only gonna boost that like battery in their back and in their head. Like, all right, I could go be independent, and it's gonna make niggas feel like less confident in themselves.
Yeah, but I think the financial part of it is like what's fucking people up. Because,
yeah.
Because it's bigger than finances, but we put so much focus on finances.
That's what I'm saying. Reality,
exactly.
Because that's not real. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, the optics is the way the optics is headed. They gonna make it look a certain way, and you feel me? It's hard to get away from that.
So let's get back into it.
There's a dynamic between black men and black women, and there's the family dynamic, but there's also the individual circumstance of the black woman that we can't continue to dance around, and it has historical precedence. And I got to call a little bit of history here, and you know it wouldn't be a segment of mine if I didn't do so. And I take us back to World War II often because World War II was the turning point of so many things culturally here in America. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. We tell the story of World War II as though we, the Allied forces, right, the progenitors of democracy and fairness and peace, went there to fight the Axis powers, and we beat the Axis powers, and they were fascists, nationalists, globalists, racists, eugenicists, so on and so forth. But that's not the way. That's a gross misrepresentation of history. It's a gross misrepresentation of World War II, and it's a gross misrepresentation of the three leaders that have come to be the juxtaposition of American democratic liberal order. And that was Adolf Hitler, Tojo, Mussolini. And why I say that is Churchill, Winston Churchill had to come to America and sign away the colonial empire in order to fight off the German war machine. Churchill was on the ropes. Great Britain was on the ropes. And he went to Roosevelt and he said, listen, we need you. We need you or we're not going to win. We're going to fall. And out of a sort of Commonwealth, English Commonwealth sympathy, Roosevelt obliged. But in doing so, Roosevelt made Winston Churchill sign over the claim of their colonial empire. Now, here's what happened. They signed over the claim to their colonial empire, but in effect, what they did was they sent all of their European monarchy philosophers and academics into our universities. People got to understand this. The World War II was fought between two globalist groups. The Allied forces were globalists and the Axis powers were globalists. One group of globalists came out on top. That group, within that group of globalists, the former authority around the world from the crown, the colonial empire, lost some of their stake in the driver's seat. They had to, bow down to the United States. They needed that help. But in doing so, the Brits and the crown, they're not idiots. What they did was they sent their European monarch philosophers into our universities to run cover for the rebranding of the crown's business model. And I've said it before, but I'll continue to say it. And I'm going to get to black women in a moment, but this goes all the way back to that war and that history, to the prevailing ideology from universities today. They sent their Marxist philosophers, German, Austrian, the list goes, French, into our universities, and they ran cover for the globalists, the crown, to rebrand its business model of drugs, slavery, and piracy. And the three ways they're covering are social justice, democracy, and environmentalism. And the black woman is the pillar because social justice is the pillar. It's not democracy, it's not environmentalism. Those are an afterthought. Social justice is the central pillar of the three-pillared social justice, democracy, environmentalism that's running cover for the crown. Why do I say they're running cover? Because the business model still exists. All of it's just been modified to meet the narrative of the black woman. That's the reality. That's what's happened. There's still slavery, wage slavery for sure, but there's still actual slavery in some places around the world. Really, we're slaves to the Fed and the monetary policy and the monetary governing bodies like the IMF that are going to bring us a central digital currency. And
I want to say something about what he just said, because that just, I feel like that can be confusing what he just said, but that just tell you how deep this shit really goes.
The fact that it's still slavery?
No, that, how he was saying, whoever won that war or whatever, and they sent their philosophers and whoever was doing the education, they, implanted that in the schools and still, they got their mission off in such a deeper way than, we can really understand.
Yeah. No, that was big. I was thinking about that, when he said that, okay, they had to come to us for help, but the what we thought we capitalized off of by saying that, you feel me, oh, y'all got to bring y'all's people over here and y'all got to do that and we gonna have y'all's people work for us. Really what they brought over was the shit that they wanted to bring over anyway type shit. You feel me? They got their shit off type shit.
Got their shit off everywhere though.
And with environmentalism and democracy, they're going to tell you at home, every woman that's on welfare, either you're going to get your child vaccinated or you're not going to get your universal basic income. So there's the slavery. The drugs, it's not cocaine. It's not heroin. It's not sugar like it was in the beginning. It's still some of those things, but now it's morphed. It's grown, progressed into pure dopamine. Social media, here's the dopamine. And democracy has become a corrupt corporate oligarch-run process.
Oh, God,
so all three have become a bastion of the Crown's original business model. And when I say democracy, what I'm saying is we elect officials who create the perception of a consensus, a rational, logical, fair, democratic consensus, but they use it.
Y'all know, I just thought, once we stop fighting with each other, we gonna start looking at what's the real problem. You know what I mean?
And that's my thing, bro. The way what they doing is finding a new way to get us to attack or dispute with each other, bro.
Right. Yeah. But think about how good they're doing it. Think about how easy it is to get offended. So many people can get offended in so many different ways, bro.
Kev, you just snapped, bro. It's so easy to get offended now.
You can't even speak.
No cap, bro. And we gonna fight with each other regardless,
bro. And that's what low key what I was trying to say when it was like when I was saying white people, a lot of white people not as racist as the government wants you to think.
Right.
That's why they voted for Biden and they voted for Obama, because the media make them think that that's what black people need from them.
Right.
So as an ally and trying to do what they think black people need, they gonna go vote for the black people or the person that's endorsing black people, not knowing that all they gonna do is turn around and shit on black people. You feel me?
Right.
And now black people still gonna look at white people like they racist. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like the term Karen, that didn't even probably come from, that shit was probably created. Yeah. But think about all the bots and all the
memes, bro. They be on God. They the reason why them shits be getting big, bro.
Bro, dead ass, bro. Some shit, bro. You can type in on Twitter like certain shit, and you can see 100 different accounts done tweeted the same tweet. That means whoever running the algorithm, they need everybody to see this and have that ideology and plan it. You feel me? So it just be a lot of shit. Like, I don't know. They can persuade you to think a certain way, and that's how they getting everybody to hate each other, bro. Like,
it's psychological warfare,
bro. It's always gonna be there too, bro. Like it's the way. Like until we turn our TVs off and our Instagrams, we log out of all our social. Like it's never gonna happen, bro.
Like bro said, like dopamine. That's how they keeping us enslaved now,
bro. And he snapped, bro.
And, but you know what else I think happened though? I think like people in them arguments and them offendedness, I feel like they get a form of dopamine from that, bro. You ever peep how people just be like, bro? Some people when something happens, how are you like? For example, you just go on Instagram during the Kyrie shit, just a random bitch talk about, oh, I'm Jewish, this affects me, but it's like, bitch, we never even knew you was Jewish till then. You know what I mean? Though, like you getting something from this, bro.
If we put it as plain as this, bro, he said dopamine is the new drug that they got us addicted. We slaves through that. Bro, people was getting dopamine hits from posting that black ass square.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Bro.
I debunked it too, bro. And you know what's so funny? Niggas ain't want to like that. But you know it's funny, I looked at my Instagram impressions. I'm not gonna expose niggas, but
nah, but that's crazy though. Like people was loving that shit. When it came the George Floyd shit, everybody wanted to do a hashtag or 9 minutes of silence. Or, you feel me? Like that's people's way, bro. When you really think about it, bro, Instagram is like people's way to be activists nowadays. Like if they didn't have Instagram, they wasn't about to go out in the streets.
They would be in the field.
They not about to get. Why would I do that when I could just post a black square? Like, bro, they getting they dopamine, they getting they feeling of satisfaction from Instagram and Twitter. And it's not even just with activists or political issues. It's like with everything, bro.
Right.
The nigga really snapped with that shit.
And it's because you know everyone's on there. You know what I mean? Like when you was on that Instagram during the black screen shit, even people that didn't even post in their whole life was posting black screen. Let me get some free likes, nigga. Let me get some free dopamine, bro. Everyone posting this shit.
Bro, and to bring it back to that city girl shit, like, but girls was saying period for no reason, bro. Like it didn't even have nothing to do with period. You just want to say it just because
that's what's being said,
bro. That's what's being said.
You know what? You know, it's like you know what I'm starting to get attracted to in women when I hear them speak and they don't speak like that, like the normal. Feel me? They don't speak like the bots.
I know what you mean.
It's like it show you like authenticity, bro.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm talking to a person,
bro. I'm talking to a real
Right,
person.
right.
No cap, bro. People don't be self-made no more, bro. They be build a bot.
And memes ruin that, bro, because it's funny. You could talk, say, for example, say it's a meme like, oh, like Brown can't make free throws or something like that. You'll be talking to a girl like, oh yeah, I rock with Brown. Oh, he don't make free throws though. Bitch, you ain't watched one game. I'd be so mad, bro. Like,
he don't make free throws though. Like, oh God. Nah, I feel that.
Yeah, I'm off play it.
To wage piracy all around the world. That's what they're doing. Slavery, drugs, piracy. We'll go where we want, we'll take what we want. If it's the Ukraine, we'll take the Ukraine. And the black woman has become so disconnected from those historical roots. And how that's taken place is they take the black woman into the university and they prop her up and they tell her hair is pretty. And out of that self-doubt and that insecurity and that history of genuine oppression, that fear of the black man dying from revolting against the slave master, which is a prevalent psychology in the black woman, she stands there and she plays puppet. She plays symbol for these Marxist universities and all these agendas. And the black man at many turns is trying to fight to stand up and say enough is enough. And the entire idea of citizenship from Los Angeles to Beijing is being compromised and undermined under the rubric and fight and dynamic between the black woman and the black man. I know that was long-winded, but that's the reality.
No. Long-winded is not what anybody's thinking here. What they're thinking was like, wow, that's a lot. That's tremendous. It's opening up my mind to because again, you've talked about these things in bits and pieces. And so, that's not long-winded. It takes that long to unpack something that provocative and that profound. And I almost don't want to ask you a follow-up question. I just kind of want you to be like, you got any more you want to add to that'll help us grasp it as we think about it this weekend?
Yeah, well, we'll think about it like this. We have to get away from blame. And when I say blame, I don't mean that nobody on the table has culpability. We all have culpability in this project that's been run on us. And at bottom, the black woman is a convenient target psychologically, culturally, politically, economically, in a history that we all sort of contributed to. And so, the black man at some point in this whole Willie Lynch style psychological experiment should have said, you know what, honey, I love you and I love these kids, but we're not going to live in chains. And I would rather all of us die than to live in chains, right? The price of freedom is death. Malcolm X said it, Thomas Jefferson said it. Two different people in two different times from two different points of view, but came out with the same answer, the same end result. And our American citizenship, our American identity is built upon an idea like this. And along the way, our fear, our lack of faith, our lack of understanding, it led to this sort of neo subjugation that we all live under. And the black woman was just she was just a great tool. She was just the one who stuck out of the bunch, right? She stuck out like a sore thumb. And we propped her up. We all did this. And black men did it too. Remember, it's not just a crisis of femininity. It's a failure of masculinity as well. And first and foremost, it's a failure of masculinity. And then secondarily, it's a crisis of femininity. And much of it has to do with very, very fundamental biological mechanisms that God did give us. And one of them's to reproduce. One of them's to have that sort of sexual lust, right? That appetite for sexual contact and intimacy and companionship. That's a very, very old biological program, and it's being run on us now. And it's not just black men. In effect, this entire feminization of society, of the Western world, of modern society writ large, is to tamper the thread of revolution, because women are slow to revolt. They're slow to violence. They're slow to pick up arms. They're much more agreeable. They're much more amenable. It's easier to convince them to take a deal that they otherwise maybe shouldn't take through rational and logical thought. And that's what women have done, and nobody better than black women. I mean, think about it. In Brazil, to bring in another global example, in Brazil, the President Lula, just announced that in order to get your universal basic income, your Brazil government aid, you got to get your kids vaccinated, right? I mean, that's a deal that no man, woman, or child with any concept of citizenship should take. But you have to start from saying that we shouldn't take the welfare state as a concept to begin with, So we've been kind of corralled into this shooting gallery, and the black woman is the person who's leading the shepherding. She's saying, no, we have to go in here. We have to get in this shooting gallery. We have to stand over the target. Yeah, X marks the spot, but we need to be here in order to be safe, in order to survive.
I want to end this by bringing it back to Rihanna. And I think this is a profound point in terms of watch the Super Bowl halftime performance, and a lot of the music took me back to when I was younger, and took me back to when I used to hang out in clubs and listen to all that music. And so it had a nostalgic feel to it that on some levels I enjoyed just listening to the music. But I also, clearly she's lip syncing, and clearly she's not that talented of a singer. She's more of a brand and an image than a super talented singer. She's not Whitney Houston. She's not Aretha Franklin. She's not Adele. And Rihanna's a knockoff of Beyonce, who's not super talented, who's, a knockoff of Madonna. And so what I think about when I think about what you're saying in terms of how this is all orchestrated, and they've done it with a lot of it with the music industry and building up influencers and
remember
stars.
when she was gonna?
They've eliminated the need for talent, and they just need people that will go along with the program, because they can put the beats, they can get someone else to sing for you, and they've just eliminated the need. In order to be a musical star, you don't have to have real talent. Just look at most of the rappers. Cardi B. I mean, this is not a talented even rapper. And so they've dumbed down the music enough that they can install useful idiots and dummies who will.
Bro, it is snapping though, because think about how all these girls making songs about how you don't need men, and it's like literally produced by men, engineered by men, like all this shit. It's literally so funny to me. Think about it, bro.
That's a good point.
Even Kanye got all her best songs really with Kanye.
That's a great point. Lil Yachty made that shit for the City Girls.
Hell yeah.
Delusion.
But that's what people's hearing. They're hearing the final project. They're hearing City Girls, but they ain't realized, nigga.
Right.
Nigga, Mike Dean or somebody, man. But not Mike Dean, but me, engineering the motherfucking engineer that. Like,
because again, when you have real talent, when you have something to offer, you're far less controllable. And when you don't have real talent, you're far easier to control. And that's, everything you're saying
my fault, bro. Pausing one
why
more
they're
time.
using
My fault, bro. But he snapped again though too, because think about it. A nigga, someone like Rihanna that's put in the spotlight, they would never admit, hey, this is all scripted, everything's fake. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point of you being in that spotlight. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why people look at you like that, is because of all this fake stuff that's going around in the back.
Oh, God.
So that's why when a real person, they like, hold on, nah, I'm the talent. You know what I'm saying? They're going to expose stuff. You got to get people that aren't talented.
Woman and her insecurities, and makes her even more easier to manipulate. It just all makes sense to me.
Nah, that's a good point right there too. Cause when you insecure, it make you, and then you get that like validation, or just that you see the little other side of it. It's easier for you to do what they say type shit, or just go with it.
And makes her even more easier to manipulate. It just all makes sense to me that virtually all of these influencers, talentless, insecure, totally beholden to the machine that made them, because I got a buddy, Tech Nine from Kansas City. He's, to me, clearly the most talented rapper of the last 40 years. It's just an amazing, his ability to rap is on such a higher level than 99.9% of the
Hey,
guys
bro,
that
you
have
trying to
made
pause
it
this, bro?
huge in the rap.
Bro, my fault again, but nigga, he really not lying because I don't know a thing about Tech Nine, but I've been seeing this nigga's name my whole life, bro. I never in
Bro,
my
he gotta
life.
be the one true independent rapper. I
Nah,
never
he
heard
has to, bro,
nobody
because
who he signed to or none of that.
I never
And
heard
I
nigga
used to
co-sign
listen
him.
to the nigga though.
But I swear to God, I even know people that used to be his fans, and they used to be white too, like, which was crazy. But
Nah, I used to listen to him because he definitely had some shit. He had a song with Kendrick too, so I definitely had.
oh, okay, so he was one of them niggas. But
Yeah.
I've never clicked on the song, but I've always seen that nigga name, like since I've been a kid. Like, but my fault. You keep going though.
Business.
Yep.
But that's intentional. The talented actually don't get put on these pedestals and platforms, and the idiots do.
Well,
Damn, bro, my fault again though. But listen, bro,
because that is a good ass point.
God, and that's the point of the influencers. That's why they're influencers. It's not because they're the influencers. They're the ones being influenced to influence everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Bro,
That's
it's
why they make
crazy.
the
Like,
shoes.
he's snapping so much because Cardi B really might be like the least talented superstar ever, bro.
Earth, bro.
But she went from middle of the strip club to somebody wrote her a rap and said, you know what, you're gonna be a star. You feel me? Wrote her a rap, and now she the big bro. I ain't gonna
copying Kodak too, though. Copying a nigga.
Copying Kodak. She with QC, bro. QC, I'm looking at them like they damn near was created as a part of this little agenda, bro.
I feel that.
Bro, that little Migos shit, bro, and then Cardi B was like I guess Offset and Quavo had a fight at the Grammys, and Cardi B went and broke it up, and you could hear her yelling at them and shit, but you don't hear these niggas though. You could hear her yelling at them, but you don't hear these two. Like, bro, they just be using her as a pawn, bro. Like, getting her fanfare up, like. People see a video of her trying to break up the fight and shit, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she a real one." You feel me? She held it down. She was right there, but she ain't tell nobody what really happened. Like, you feel me? They just use her. They use people to get clout points. Just to how you said, bro. They influence them so they can be the influencer to us, type shit.
Exactly. The fact that something like that even gets leaked shows you was meant to see that, but they be trying to make it seem like, oh, it was a coincidence. Like,
yeah, it was a leak. Oh God, bro. Like, no, bro. Only people that got that type of footage, you feel me? They wanted you to see that shit.
First part, you make a profound point with the music. Music is a universal language, and in the choirs, you know, the Catholics, we get a bad rap. But what I like about Catholicism is that it's the one variation of Christianity that goes into depths about the choirs of angels and the principalities and all of the angelology that exists. And in that history, we remember that Satan was in charge of the music, that Satan was a being that was very inept musically. He ran the choirs, the musical choirs in heaven. Before his fall. And we see that music has that sort of universal power to it, both positively and negatively. And so our music being dumbed down is not a casual thing by any means. And I think you make a great point about the lack of need for real, genuine talent. And what it signals is this sort of digitalization of our society, right? Music is a canary in the coal mine. No pun intended. It's a canary in the coal mine for a digitalized culture. And it does take away the need for real, genuine talent, and it does obscure the value of real, genuine talent. But it's part of a bigger program to socialize sin. And that's what they use music for the most, is the socialization of sin. You know, it used to be if you walked down the street or you hung out at the local bar or you did cocaine or whatever the case may be, you had to deal with the consequences of that sin. And in those consequences, those real world consequences, you had the potential to learn from that and come out of the other side. Many people in the Bible went through many trials and tribulations and were victims of their own sins, and then learned from that, which God put in front of them to learn, and came out to be great people, even came out to be saints and whatnot. We've taken that part away. The digitalization of music is a part of that socialization of sin, and social media is the same way. Right now, you can jerk off. You don't have to go down and actually buy a prostitute and have sex with her and run all of the risks that comes from hanging out in places where you pick up prostitutes, or what happens when you have sex with a prostitute. There used to be something that you could learn from that. There used to be something that you could learn from going down and becoming an alcoholic, or so on and so forth. Now, you got Pornhub, you got Tinder, you got the dopamine of getting red likes on your phone from your social media app. You got musicians and people who have become watered down versions of the idols that we never should have worshipped in the first place, if that makes sense, right? We never should have worshipped Marvin Gaye the way we did in the first place, but at least he actually had talent. At least he actually could sing. At least he actually could play the instruments. He understood the music. We never should have worshipped him the way we did. Now we've started to worship people who can't do 1/10 of what he's done. And in that way, you can see that we're in a dark pit, morally, ethically, culturally.
Royce, once again, we'll end with you telling everybody the details on your show and when they can listen, where they can listen.
Yeah, I think that's about it. We don't gotta watch the whole thing.
And I think he was an NBA player too before.
For
Yeah,
He look like Jason Kidd and Joe Budden mixed
He was
together.
real cool with LeBron, actually, for real.
Yeah, I seen like an interview with him talking about LeBron and shit.
Yeah, they was on the same team. I think they played in the Drew League together, but he did play in the NBA for a second too, and he played overseas and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. See, I don't even know what to say.
Yes, I mean, we damn near got to do like a part 2 to this for real.
Yeah, because they took on so many different derivatives. Like
Yeah,
it started
but
with Rihanna, then it went to the.
Yeah, it could go in so many different ways.
Oh God, though, but they not wrong with anyone though. That was like,
yeah, bro. At the end of the day, bro, it's an agenda, bro, and it's on your psyche, it's on your mind. So it's like, I feel like the key is to just at least be aware, or like, you know, even if you don't really think it's true, just think of it as a possibility. Like, damn, this shit could be what it is. Let me just think of, feel me, be more. I don't know, pay more
right.
attention.
And instead of just pushing it off like they want you to do immediately, try to see it for yourself too.
Yeah.
Because that's why some people just can't go. Like bro. People will probably label me as a conspiracy theorist ass nigga, but I'm a nigga. I done seen shit I can't let go, bro. Like I'm not like I know I'm woke, nigga. Like just from what I've done seen and what I've done heard and shit. Like nah, bro.
Yeah, bro. This pod really open to interpretation. It ain't no wrong way of feeling. The only wrong way to feel is just, adopting a way that you was programmed to feel. You feel me? Have your own interpretation and your own feeling, and get in the comments and express how you feel. You feel me? If you feel like we was wrong at any point in time, you feel me? We open to critique. You feel me? Like y'all get in the comments and y'all express that.
But you know what? Another thing I just realized though, bots don't be knowing they bots, bro. Because in their capacity, they like, oh, I'm beastie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like till you show them, like, nah, that's a bot way of thinking. Then it might unbot them, bro. Because some people don't even be realizing, like, for example, some people they'll just be looking at the wrong shit. Like, when we first started going crazy on the Instagram page, it used to get me salty how some people used to be in the comments like, oh, why y'all just stealing people's views, like, or reels and shit, like, I mean, other people see the truth, like, you know what I mean, like, why are you looking at it like that? You know what I'm saying, like, but like that's the way your program mind's making you look at it, so you think you right as a program, and that'd be the issue too. A lot of programs thinking they right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing though. Like, two different people can be looking at the same thing and see it in two completely different ways. So it's like, is it really right or wrong? Is anyone really right or wrong? So it's like it's just whatever you think it is.
But yeah,
it
true.
is.
I don't think it's no right or wrong, but it is bot though. Like some niggas really just be bot. Like you're a
Program.
bot, bro. I'm sorry, but
Nah, that program is shit real.
no kizzy. Damn, we did an hour 30, bro. We went brazy.
Oh God, for me, that's the
Hour 30 ball, man. Shit, this is really like a to be continued though. So
Exactly. Tune in next Sunday for real.
we'll see you niggas.
Shout out, Peasy.
Oh yeah, shout out PZ, man.
My dog. Pop out.